frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
So on fourth down, out comes Bradley Pinion to punt this one away. The dangerous Jarvis Landry back for Miami. This is fielded at the 7. A beautiful fake. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Dolphins are going to get a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They send Stills in motion. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. It's caught. Stills, right side. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
An extra D-biters now on 3rd. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And he's got his man. That's Landry. A big play there for the Dolphins. 32 yards.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, receiver won in a big way.
And Cameron has it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And on your screen, the offensive starters, Jarvis Landry, a guy that we profile.
Love his game. Not only is he going to beat you with athleticism, he's going to outwork you as well. And look for him to hurt you also in the kick return game.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
Justin Durant doesn't get mentioned very often in conversation, but at the end of every game, he's made a lot of tackles.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. third and short. Drake. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
They'll run. It's Drake. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down. And they convert another one right here to move the chains.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Marcel Reese, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they send a man in motion right. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Tannehill hands to Drake. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
It's caught right side by Daniels. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Second down now after the pass completion. They run with Spiller. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. Again, they run it with Spiller. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
They'll send Hayward Bay in motion. Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. And he finds Hayward Bay. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
And Cap, of course, was a great baseball player, drafted as a pitcher. He kind of showed his arm right there, didn't he?
Yeah, he let that one go, didn't he? That was a catcher putting down the #1 signal for the fastball and turning it loose. It was needed in that situation, though. He had to throw a tight spiral and a hard one in order to get it in there for a completion.
Touchdown, 49ers! C.J. Spiller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. Now Damian Williams to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester. That's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Second down following the incompletion. Now Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. His tight end Jordan Cameron the intended target. Third down here.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Tannehill on first down. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's brought down. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And that's good for a Miami first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And here he's got Grant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And he finds Parker here, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Again, Tannehill. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. It's Tannehill. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jordan Cameron, his 4th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. And he whips that one incomplete there. Darius Hayward-Bay, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Kaepernick. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Two receivers left, 1 to the right. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's off part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Landry, and he goes out right around the 39. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Single. Set 380. 3.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to go. It's Tannehill. It's complete to Grant. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Fresh set of downs here. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he loses the football a second time. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or 2 there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. So they're operating in the red zone. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They go play action here on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing again is Tannehill. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The 4-time All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. Able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the sack means it's 3rd and goal now from the 10.
3 down. Wide 20. Wide 20.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jordan Cameron with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, It's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, Kaepernick. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
They'll send Hayward Bay in motion. Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bakari Rambo. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Hey, zebra!
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Rashawn Robinson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And they'll begin this drive with C.J. Spiller. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now Tannehill. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Tannehill now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and that takes us from second to third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Here's Drew Butler now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? That's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
They go play action here on first down. Steps away. And he'll get it up to the 33. And it's a second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's Spiller. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So it'll be first down here after the run. First carry here for Taiwan Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. On the grab, it's Ruben Randall. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Spiller trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
This is Spiller. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Koamisi from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the former 49er, Chris Culliver. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's got some space here. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. They'll come out in the pistol. To throw on second down is Tannehill. And Cameron has it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
And ready for 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On first down, Tannehill. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Here's Tannehill now on second down. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Justin Durant coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Drew Butler now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
Toss play to Spiller. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing his Kaepernick on 3rd down. And he finds Hayward Bay. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even add a little extra at the end with a short run.
And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Cecil Shorts that time. And that'll bring up second down. Kaepernick will try again on second down. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. On third and long, it's Kaepernick. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. And he motions the wide receiver. Now Kaepernick, got to have this one. And that is incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on fourth down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So now here come the Dolphins. And the last go-around for them, they tried to... And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. Defense showing blitz. Drake will start the drive on the ground. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. Tannehill now, they give to Ajayi. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Watch right, watch right. 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 watch right.
They come out here in the I.
Let's go. Hey, watch out.
They run again with a Jai. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. They run with a Jai. Room here to run. Jai's going to go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jai, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
They'll try to run with a Jai. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Owen Daniels, the veteran tight end, was the intended target, and it's second down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Back to the air on second down. It's Kaepernick. And Daniels has it left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. From midfield, here's Kaepernick. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, I've got to give him some credit there. He tried to sell the out route, tried to sell it hard. And as a receiver, what you're really trying to do is maneuver a defender inside to give yourself a little more cushion breaking to the out. But how about the defender reading it really well, not buying the fake or the maneuver inside, and getting to the sideline and helping break up the pass?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field, and it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Throwing now, Tannehill. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
To throw is Kaepernick, finding time. And some room to roam now. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Another pistol look here.
Hey, 91!
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Dumps it off for Spiller. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender, but in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 20 yards on the pickup there. And the 49ers are set up now with a 1st and goal. And now a first down following that long gain. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Dolphins, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.